from my laptop and then I'll move over to my phone, okay? And I don't see Luke. Once he comes in, then we'll record that he joined. But we have quorum to start the meeting. And I definitely see our city manager, chief as well, Alma as well have joined us for today's meeting, and obviously MRTV. So to order at 7:07 p.m. And we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. All right. So, pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to its republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all. So, welcome back from a very short, limited recess where we've been doing a lot of work, and I would like to ask you guys to please review the agenda. And to ask God also to go ahead and read the agenda. It's a very small agenda. A lot of the sensitive items that we need to cover were covered in the last legislative meeting that we had in August, which gave us a head start. So this one, we needed to cover just one or two things that we're not voting on. It's just more reporting. So also give us a time to allow for our team to be able to get a clerk. And we've been doing a lot of work, so it's not a lack of work. So go ahead and review the agenda. Please, council, let me know if there's anything that you see there's only 2 items in closed session, basically. And we'll move forward with it. Okay. And
where would you like me to begin?
Join us for the meeting. Thank you, Luke. And for whatever reason, is all of you guys are looking like little black boxes in my computer right now. So I cannot see anyone. So if you're raising your hand, I cannot see it.
Mayor, would you like me to read the agenda?
Please go ahead.
Great. This is the legislative meeting for Wednesday, September 8th, 2021. The agenda is, this is a virtual meeting, obviously. The agenda is as follows. Number 1, the call to order and pledge of allegiance. Number 2, review of the agenda. The mayor and council will review the agenda for the meeting, adding or deleting topics of interest or discussion. Number 3, mayor and council member event announcements and events. Number 4 is the closed session summary. Vice Mayor Scott Cecil will read the closed session summary from May 18th, 2021. Number 5, public comment. Rules are available if anyone would like to see those. Number 6, presentation on a building application revision for 3700 35th Street. Mayor and City Council will vote on the building application revision at 3700 35th Street in Mount Rainier. Number 7, update on American Relief Funds. Mayor and Council will discuss an update on the American Relief Funds, including community meeting to be held September 18th, 2021, which will be a virtual meeting. Number 8, we will have a proposal to go into a closed session. Number 9 is adjournment.
Okay, so you guys have a fair reading of the agenda. Can you move it up, please? I believe Jared or Aaron, whoever's controlling the agenda and the screen. Thank you. So that was a fair reading of the agenda. So now that we read it, I would like for us to vote on the agenda proposed. Is there a motion on the floor?
I move that we adopt the agenda as I just read it.
Seconded.
Okay, it was moved by Councilmember Cecil, and second, I think by Jimmy or Luke. I apologize, you guys were jumping on my screen, so whichever you guys did it. Okay, so there is already a motion on the floor to approve the agenda as presented. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, I heard 4 ayes. I'll make the 5th. So we are adopting the agenda as presented. Thank you. Moving on to item number 3, Mayor and Council Member events, announcement and events. So, sorry, it should be an announcement and events. My apology for that. So raise your hand and let me know who wants to go first. There's no specific order. I'll call by ward if you guys want. Seeing that Councilmember Cecil read the agenda, we're going to head over to ward number 2. Jared?
I don't have anything to announce.
Okay, Scott?
I've got nothing. Thank you.
Okay, Jimmy, followed by Luke.
I just want to remind everybody about tax credits. The homestead tax credit, which will keep your property taxes lower. There are like 200 people in Mount Rainier who haven't applied for it. You should make sure you can apply for you have checked to see whether you've applied for it or not. There's also the homeowners tax credit for people who make under $60,000 a year, which is a good tax credit. And also, if you're doing any repairs on your house, any house built before 1941 is eligible for the historical tax credit, which can reimburse you up to 30% on your taxes. People can email me if they want any more information about it. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Jimmy. Luke?
Thank you, Mayor. Yep, I just had to come off mute. I've got a couple of announcements. The Native Plant Network will be kicking off this fall. So if you're interested in helping with that, please send me an email or send the Green Team an email, and we can get you invited to the next Green Team meeting, which is next Monday night at 7 o'clock, I believe. You can shoot me an email, lchesick@mountrainiermd.org, if you'd like to be involved in that. The members of the Audubon Society are doing free yard visits as well. If somebody would like some professional help at looking at your yard and giving you some good guidance and advice on how you can plant native to attract wildlife, and how you can just landscape your yard to make sure that all the characteristics are there that will keep wildlife coming into your yard. So if you're interested in either of those two things, send me an email. Also, I work with the Sierra Club to take this idea of a native plant network and try to build a native plant and wildlife corridor across the state of Maryland from the Chesapeake Bay to the Appalachian Trail. We have our monthly meeting at the end of the month. That's with the Sierra Club's Maryland chapter. It's Thursday, September 23rd at 8 p.m. It's usually the fourth Thursday of the month. If you're interested in helping out with that project, we need as many people as possible. Right now, we're going to start lobbying Tacoma Park to adopt the legislation that Mount Rainier passed, because Tacoma Park is a key area we've identified that could be part of a corridor stretching again from the Chesapeake Bay to the Appalachian Trail. So if you'd like to be involved in those efforts, again, just send me an email, lchesick@mountrainiermd.org, and we can get you some work to do. Thank you.
Thank you. I know that from the last Native Plant Network meeting, a lot of people were eager to follow. They just needed guidance on how to go about. So you guys are making it very easy and accessible for people to be informed. Thank you for that. So I have a couple of announcements. First, I want to say welcome back to the students who most of them got their first day today. So teachers, parents, we had a lot of happy, sad, joyful, all the expressions you could think of kids and going to school today at both of elementaries. As you guys also know, like aside from our Rainier Elementary, Thomas Stone, we are also the campus at Thomas Stone is also hosting some of the high school, middle school students that are there. So today was their first day. It was really great to see them. They seem very happy to, interact with other kids. So that was very exciting. So I will start with Safety Night Out. It is the September 24th from 5 to 9, hosted by our police department, Mount Rainier Police Department. It'll take place at the Nature Center. If you follow any of the networks from the city, the information will be posted there. September 10 at 2:30 p.m., the Human Rights Office will have a rally, a unity rally at 8900 Good Luck Drive Road in Lanham. So that information is also going to be shared through the city website. It's being put together so that where various residents through the county come together and have opportunity to talk to the Human Rights Office about anything that they've experienced, anything they need to work, any support they need. Because at the end of the day, they want to make sure that all of our residents, no matter what city they belong, they know that they're going to be heard. And if there's a hate crime committed towards them, that they have the support that they need, and also letting people know that hate crimes are not welcome in our county. So that's very important. It's being put together by the Human Rights Office. The next one will be letting people know that today, September 8 and tomorrow 9, there's unscheduled mosquito spray taking place after 7:30 p.m. The way it works is one of the traps tests positive for a mosquito having virus. They go ahead and spray 1 mile radius. The intersection is Bunker Hill and 43rd Avenue, the center of the epicenter, so it's a mile around, which means parts of Mount Rainier will be sprayed between today and tomorrow. And that's done through the Prince George's County Health Department and Department of Agriculture. As a reminder, Mount Rainier has not opted in to do the mosquito spray, but whenever the emergency happens, that gets override and needs to be sprayed. Holiday family outreach will take place this Christmas. And that's being hosted by the Mount Rainier Recreation Committee. So if we have families that would like to host another family or support another family through the holidays, the Recreation Committee is looking for families that are working in combination with obviously the city rec committee and the schools to adopt 30 families. And they need 30 members of the community to help also to be able to reach that in a way to get people to support one another and know that the community is here for them. So if you need more information, if you want to be a family that helps another family for the holidays, Recreation Committee at mountrainiermd.org. That will be the email to reach, and I'm almost done. And Luke, you forgot one. Food Forest Workday will be held September 11 at 10 a.m. to noon. So more information, you could reach out to Luke or the Food Forest, Barry, Gabe. They'll be able to give you more information. So a great space, and the community is taking care of it. So that's always great. And the last two ones, to parents, please don't forget to sign up to Class Dojo. We have green schools, both Mount Rainier Elementary, Thomas Stone are green schools. So they provide the information to Class Dojo. And they'll be able to notify you when the meeting parents are and keep you up to date with the latest information. And last but not least, the vaccine clinic that we had a lot of them through the summer. We've had almost 1,500 vaccines coming to the city this summer. And the next vaccination is going to be in next Friday. That's when we'll have it up. We'll post the information to let people know. Whether it's the first or second dose you need to take of Pfizer, 12 and over, you could take it. Also, if you took your vaccine 8 months prior, you could also get your Pfizer booster as well. And it'll be held at Nature Center from 4 to 8. So those will be the announcement. And then we have obviously the announcement of the ARPA community meeting on September 18. We'll talk a little bit more in the agenda item. And those are the few events that we have, but always we try to keep busy in the community, and the committees are great at that. So moving on to the next item, closed session summary. Scott, you have the closed session summary for the 18, the 24, and the July one as well, or just the 18?
Thanks, Mayor. I have the closed session summary for May 18th. That's it. Would you like me to read it?
I'm sorry, Scott, you completely cut off. But read the one they have, yes.
Yeah, from May 18th. Thank you. So the mayor and council met in a closed session on Tuesday, May 18th, 2021 at 7 p.m. Via teleconference format on WebEx. The closed session started at 7 p.m. We had a quorum with Mayor Benitez, council members Chesick, Cecil, and Stoltzfus in attendance. Councilmember Chesick made the motion to go into closed session. Councilmember Cecil seconded the motion. We met under annotated code 3-305B for reason number 1, which was to discuss the appointment, employment, assignment, promotion, discipline, demotion, compensation, removal, resignation, or performance evaluation of appointees, employees, or officials over whom this public body has jurisdiction, and any other personnel matter that's affecting one or more specific individuals. We all voted to go into closed session. Mayor Benitez, council members Chesick, Cecil, and Stoltzfus by a vote of 4-0. All those folks were in attendance. Mayor Benitez, Councilmember Chesick, Cecil, and Stoltzfus. No votes were taken. We discussed the city manager search and HR director position. No other relevant notes need to be read here other than the motion to leave the closed session was also made by Councilmember Chesick, seconded by Councilmember Cecil, with a vote of 4-0. Councilmember Cecil made the motion to end the closed session, to end the open session, which was seconded by Councilmember Chesick, also by a vote of 4-0, and the proceedings ended.
So just one edit, the vote was 5-0-0.
That's not correct, Mayor. Councilmember Tarlow was not yet a council member, so there were only 4 people in attendance.
Oh, sorry. This is the May 18 one. My apology.
No problemo.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. So there's 2 more closed session that we need to read for next meeting, correct? So Mr. Kamali, can you make sure the next 2 and the 3, including tonight's, is added to the work session so we could read it? Because that way we're on top of it, correct?
Yes, Mayor. Yes, we need to have July 17, August 24th, and tonight.
Okay, perfect. So make sure that's in the agenda so that way we take care of it. You know, I don't like having closed session summaries not read. I don't want us to get in trouble like we've done in the past. Okay, so thank you, Scott, for reading it and for taking the notes. Next item on the agenda is public comment. So at this point, if you're a member of the public and you would like to say something, please type it into the chat or put it on Facebook. In order for us to be able to open the floor, you have 3 minutes to share your thoughts with us. So Aaron or Jared, is there any public comments on the agenda?
Not on Facebook.
On Facebook or okay. Perfect.
Nothing in chat.
Okay. Aaron, you said yes or no?
No comments coming from the WebEx chat.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, seeing that there's no comments, I'm going to move up to item number 6. Presentation building application revision for 3700 31st Street. Mayor and Council will vote on building application revision. I mean, we don't really vote on it, but at 3700 35th Street. I have Alma here, correct? Our interim co-director. Alma, the floor is yours.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. It's great to be back. We are doing a presentation, like you mentioned, on property 3700 35th Street. This is something that was approved already by county. They're doing a remodel in all levels existing, and the 2 stories, they're actually building out three dormers. So that's the only difference that, why we wanted to present it to council. But we do have the owner with us to give you a little more insight of what the project is.
Thank you, Alma. Can you introduce him, please? And he'll have the floor for...
Sure.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Marcelo Argati is with MA Builders, and he is the contractor for this property.
Thank you, Mr. Marcelo. Thank you for joining us tonight and for submitting the application. Can you let us know a little bit about the property, and then open up the floor to the rest of council if they have questions or comments or suggestions to address them. So good evening.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for your time and for letting me explain a little bit about the project. Again, my name is Marcelo Argati. I represent MA Builders, a Maryland licensed home improvement company. I am the builder for this project. Basically, it is an interior renovation. The only thing that changes the look of the property is we are adding on one side 2 dormers and then the back side 1 dormer. Everything else is just interior renovation and changing windows for the same size. And basically, that is it. Basically, a major interior renovation. We're about to start as soon as you guys approve this permit. Hopefully, it will take between 3 and 4 months. We have experience in this kind of work, so we will take care of the premises and also make sure we won't create any problems for the neighbors and also for the city. So if you guys have any questions, I'm here happy to respond.
Thank you so much. So we're going to go to Ward 1, Jimmy, Luke, followed by Scott and Jared. Go ahead.
Design Review Board have a chance to review the plans and make a recommendation.
Jimmy?
Do you hear me, Mayor? Can people hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yeah.
The question is the Design Review Board, and it sounds like a great project, but the Design Review Board look at the plans and make a recommendation?
No, Councilmember Tarlow, this is something that was approved by the county, so therefore it does not go to the Design Review Board.
Design Review Board only looks at when things are
When it's
variance needed?
exactly.
Okay. Thank you for correcting me on that.
No problem.
Thank you, Jimmy. Luke?
Thank you, Mayor. We appreciate you doing work in the city of Mount Rainier, improving our homes. We normally ask people to come to these meetings so we can just remind them of several things that some contractors have either overlooked or been unaware of with respect to some quirks that we have in our little city. The first one is we do have an urban sort of tree canopy regulations. So if there are trees bigger than a certain circumference, you have to get a permit before you can cut them down. So be very careful around trees. Try not to damage the tree roots of big trees. A lot of times we see contractors do that where they'll just cut through a tree, or they will, what we normally ask contractors do is anytime you have a really big tree, put some orange fencing around it just so that materials aren't stored on the roots, especially heavy machinery. Also be aware of if you're moving any ground, any clay, make sure that it's in an area where it's not going to run off when there's a storm, so that we don't have a bunch of clay water that runs off onto the street or into neighbors' yards. That's very important. Also, make sure that you don't start work before 8 a.m. I think that's the regulation, and I forget when. Alma, when can they work till? When are they allowed to work till?
They're only allowed to work until 8, before 8.
After
Yeah.
8, so from 8 to 8.
Before 8 p.m. Yeah. So
Okay.
nothing after 8 p.m.
Okay, thank you. So just be mindful of that. We hate getting complaints where contractors are starting at 7:30, and residents will complain if you start at 7:30. So please just follow the code there. And if I missed anything, I know Mayor or Alma will remind you. And I think that's it. Thank you for doing work in Mount Rainier.
I appreciate your recommendations, and we will be careful about that.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Luke.
I'm
Next,
Mayor, I just have one more question. When you have time.
Jimmy, can we go around through the whole council and I'll come back to you?
Sure, not a problem.
Okay. So, Scott, Jared?
No comments or questions. Mr. Argati, thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Jared.
Welcome.
Ms. Gutson, I just wanted to thank you for doing work in our city and then improving homes in the area. So, and just as Luke reflected, just be mindful of the the tree requirements, operation, and those other items. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jared. Jimmy, go ahead. Jimmy.
again, I was wondering if we've actually, I was looking at the design review board. First of all, why are we voting on anything if it's not a variance?
We don't vote on it. We do a presentation on it. So usually we bring the whoever's doing the work to council, one, to notify the residents the work is going to start and it's legal work and this is what it looks like. And number two, to make sure that aside, besides Alma, because she goes through the whole entire list with them, that they also get an opportunity to talk to council. We basically repeat the same exact thing. So that's basically it. It's like, to make the public aware. We don't vote on it once the county does. If it's a variance, the design review board will go ahead and send a recommendation to council. And then we decide to vote to approve it or not. But that's where it says it's more of a presentation than anything else. It's on record that they came to us, and then in case something's missed, like we could, let the community know that they came to council and here's the minute notes and the visuals. So that's the reason why, Jimmy. So there's no item.
So we're not really voting on anything. We're just doing the presentation. Is that correct?
Correct. Okay, Jimmy, was that your question or you have something else?
No, that was my question. Just I was looking at the design review code description, which talks about giving us advice on design. But if since we're not voting on anything, I don't think it's necessary. So good. We look forward to the project being finished.
All right. So, Mr. Agati, thank you so much for working in the city. Regarding the trees, I think it's been very well addressed by our council as well as Alma, how much we love them. But I would say not just protect the big trees, but also protect the little trees. Because those little trees, we want to make sure someday they become bigger too, okay? And right. Everything I was explained, we look forward to having a beautiful project and let us know. We're very happy to do visits after the project is done to see what it turned out inside. So we're looking forward to you being able to do that as well. So it allows for us to see inside the house and see what things were changed, and it makes us feel good about it as well. All right. So if nothing else to be added, Mr. Agati, thank you so much for coming tonight. I'm gonna move forward with the next steps.
Thank you very much, and you guys have a good evening. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, and Alma, thank you so much for putting this in front of us and making sure it doesn't falls in any cliff, that we missed it. Okay, so thank you so much for that as well.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, can I have the agenda up on the screen, please? Okay, we're moving on to item number 7, which is update on the American Relief Funds. Mayor and Council will discuss an update on the American Relief Funds, including community meeting to be held Saturday, September 18, 2021, and it's going to be done virtually. I'm going to ask Mr. Kamali. I'm going to give you the floor, Mr. Kamali, so you could give an update from the last meeting on when it comes to the ARPA funds, how much are we receiving? How much money do we have up front? Where are we in the status and what are the next steps? Thank you, Mr. Kamali. The floor is yours.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. Hello, Mayor and Council. As we know that we have received $2.7 million on August the 23rd. So, and we will be receiving another 50% in next 12 months. So what I'm working right now, I'm trying to have a contract with the consulting to help us to move forward with the requirements of Treasury Department in order to do all the paperwork and the documentations that we need to have in order to stay in compliance. So I'm working to get 3 proposals. So far I got 2 and I'm waiting for the 3rd one. Then I will present it to the mayor and council. We are planning to have the community meeting on September 18th. And I do appreciate if mayor and council give me some direction on the timing.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Okay, I will have. And how long is going to last the community? 2 or 3 hours?
No, we schedule it for 2 hours, and it's
2
going
hours.
to depend, how many input there is.
Yeah.
But I will say 2 hours at least. And if we see there's a lot of input, then, but at this point, schedule for 2 hours.
Okay, I will definitely post the information on the city's social media. So that's all I have, unless the mayor and council have a question for me.
So council, raise your hand if you have a question for Mr. Kamali, or let me know. If you guys want to just go by ward, we went to Ward 1 last time. So Ward 2, we're going to go Scott, followed by Jared.
Thanks, Mayor. I have no questions. Thank you, Mr. Kamali. Appreciate the update.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jared.
No additional questions. Thank you.
Jimmy and Luke.
My understanding is that we're going to be talking this at the work session. If that's correct, and I don't really have any questions.
Yes. Luke.
Thank you, Mayor. Just to overview, so everybody's on the same page, so we don't have any misunderstandings about the work session. The goal is to talk about things that residents may end up bringing up at this meeting on the 18th. I know Kamali's been working diligently with some consultants on potential use for stormwater management projects, so we'll talk about that. I think, Mr. Kamali, you have Neil from LID is planning to be there at the work session. Is that correct, to give a presentation on what he has discovered? Do I understand that right?
Exactly. Yeah, we're planning to have them on that day too. They will present their findings to the community, and we'll be just listening to their feedback. And finalize those potential areas, hopefully.
Okay. So just reminding the mayor and council that just be prepared to come to that meeting with thoughts about, where you think our priorities should lie. We'll obviously hear what the projects for stormwater management might cost. I saw that Brook Kids had sent something about a proposal from Joe's for some spending. So I think just I think we'll just have a long conversation about that. So let's try not to put too much on the work session agenda so that we can dedicate a lot of time. That's my only recommendation. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Luke. And to differentiate, the 18th would be for the community input, right? And on the meeting for the 21st, that's when we're going to try, between the 18th and 21st, we're going to try to crunch the information so that way we could make, we could report back for the community meeting. We definitely would like for you guys to be there, but be aware that we're listening more than anything else, because we want to make sure that, we listen to what they have to say. And on the 21st, we'll crunch the information together. And we'll have a great meeting. At this point, I will say that's the priority, because reports are done in October. So the sooner we have, pathway forward, the easier it'll be for us to put documents together for the report that is in October. Okay. So thank you for that. Mr. Kamali, anything else to add, or?
No, that's all. I just want to say I appreciate that you mentioned about the reporting, which is due on October, 31st. But at this point, because we are at the planning stage, so it's not going to be really that much to do the reporting, but we're ready for it, and we'll get it done before the due date.
Thank you, Mr. Kamali. Okay. Moving on to item number 8. We have a proposal to go into closed session. Scott, do you mind reading the whole blurb of it, please? And then we'll join the closed session. Go ahead.
I wouldn't mind at all. So there's a proposal to go into closed session. According to the Annotated Code of Maryland, the mayor and city council of the city of Mount Rainier, Maryland, have the statutory authority to close a session under general provisions, Article 3-305B, for the reasons of, and this is for subsection 1, I believe. The mayor will correct me if I'm wrong on that, which is to discuss the...
It's 1, 7, and 8, Scott.
Oh, thank you. I see that now. So we'll be going in for reasons 1, 7, and 8. Reason number 1 is to discuss the appointment, employment, assignment, promotion, discipline, demotion, compensation, removal, resignation, or performance evaluation of appointees, employees, or officials over whom this public body has jurisdiction, and any other personnel matter that affects one or more specific individuals. Reason number 7, to consult with counsel to obtain legal advice. And reason number 8, to consult with staff, consultants, or other individuals about pending or potential litigation. The mayor and council will propose to go into closed session on this Wednesday, September 8th, 2021, following this special legislative meeting of the mayor and city council. So I believe if it's in order, I would propose that we go into closed session to consult with the city attorney and obtain legal advice.
So I will ask for, first, before we go anywhere, if you guys will please put a motion on the floor to go into closed session.
So
Scott
moved.
already did, so I'll second his motion.
Okay, thank you so much. It's been moved and properly second. Any objection? Hearing no objection, mayor and council will enter into closed session for reason 1, 7, and 8, which was read by council member Scott Cecil. So thank you. So council and Mr. Kamali, please, let's log out of here, and you guys have the code for the closed session. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.